Why can't I speak today? Why can't I speak today? Why does this always happen to me? Thank God for editors. Okay, so hey guys, so today's video is going to be a really requested video, and as you may know, I'm on Accutane, so my skin is super dry, it's really flaky, and it's really irritating and it hurts sometimes. So I kind of came up with my own little skin routine and also mixed in with my foundation routine, because honestly I like wearing foundation. I like having my skin look nice and presentable. I don't every day, but I wanted a way to make it look nice and fresh all day, because honestly with dry skin that can be very hard. So hopefully this video will help those of you with dry skin, because it is definitely a really great routine and I am enjoying it and I think it's really working for me. So I hope you guys enjoy. See you in a second. Okay, so before I even get into the whole foundation bit, I just want to talk to you guys about what I do before I apply my foundation. And it actually starts off with the lips, because the lips are your skin, and a lot of the time if you have dry skin, you know, you have dry lips, or in general people have dry lips. So I start off with just a lip balm. Here's an example of one of the ones I use. This is just by Smith's, and it is, I believe, the Rosebud Solve, I don't know. But I found this at Sephora and this is awesome. It's just petroleum jelly with a bit of tint and it smells amazing. So that is something I love to use. Another great product I like to use is just plain old Carmex, and this is fantastic for if you have super dry, cracking lips. I find that it really helps me when my lips are super dry and cracking in the corners and underneath. I'm getting that a lot lately, so that is definitely a very inexpensive alternative to, say, that Rosebud stuff. So I was talking to my dermatologist and I asked her what a good thing to do for dry skin would be and what to put on my face before applying foundation or anything like that. Now generally when you're on Accutane, a lot of people don't wear makeup because it is better for your skin, but like I said previously, I really like foundation. I like to have my skin look well kept, and I just thought I should talk to her about it and get her best opinion on what I should use. So something that she recommended is actually bio oil, and I've talked about this in a previous getting rid of stretch marks video, and this is good for many purposes. What it says on the back is it helps scars, stretch marks, uneven skin tone, aging skin, and dehydrated skin. Now the minute I saw the dehydrated skin, I figured, you know, my skin's really dehydrated, so what I do, I will show you guys. I just take a tiny little bit on my hand, and sometimes I apply this all over, sometimes I don't. Just on the places that really need it the most I coat, and then I kind of just do a thin layer over the rest of my face. Now I thought that putting oil on your face is not a good thing, and I found out that this is going to be okay for putting on my face, just not for a super long period of time, or it can break you out, but for the time being, just putting it on, you know, I don't have to do it every day. It is helping quite a fair amount. Another thing that I talked to her about was actually baby oil, and I asked her if it was okay to put this on your face. Now the thing is with baby oil is more concentrated, and honestly it's not great for your face. It can break you out, so if you are trying not to break out while you have dry skin, don't go for that. Bio oil definitely is awesome. So after that I like to take this Cetaphil moisturizer. It is the Daily Advance Ultra Hydrating Lotion actually. So this was probably around $15 at the drugstore, and I am so happy I got this. I've heard a lot of people on Accutane talking about it and it really helps, so all I do is just take a little bit on my hand and once again just kind of apply that onto the face. I'm more dotted on and then rub it in. Being gentle when you're rubbing it in as well, because I do have some flakes on my skin. I like to exfoliate them mostly, but sometimes I don't get them all. So the primer I'm using is this Hard Candy Skin Perfecting Primer, and this is actually really nice because it's super smooth on the skin and I love the consistency of it. I do take a little bit less than I used to just because I don't need a ton of primer since my skin is so dry, but I do want my foundation to look nice and even. So just applying that all over the face. I don't mainly focus on my T-zone anymore because I don't even get oily anymore, so just kind of rub it all over. It's a good base for your foundation. You may feel that putting on bio oil is going to make your face look a little bit shiny, but after putting on primer and all the other products we put on, it's not going to look all that shiny. So I'm going to start off with my Superstay foundation by Maybelline. I have definitely done a routine with this, but I find that it's really great because you don't need a powder if your skin's super dry. I like a powder, but if you have dry skin, you don't really have to worry, it's going to stay on. So I always take a little bit too much. I'm sure we all do, but that's fine. Just put it on the back of my hand, and I take a damp sponge just like this. I got this at the drugstore, and I like to dip just a little bit in, stipple it around, and just start lightly tapping that onto my face, because I do not want to disturb any of the flakes, the dryness, the irritation on my skin. I just simply want to put a little bit of color in my face and a little coverage, you know? Don't have a ton to cover up anymore because of the Accutane, but it is nice to have an even complexion. For areas that are more dry, I actually put a little bit less product on just so my skin can still breathe and feel good and hydrated. And so just like places like my chin where I get the most severe dryness, I just lightly dab it over it, and then I am done with that area. And then I just like to go and do the finishing touches. Alright, so next I go on with the concealer, and I like to use this Maybelline Mineral Powder Concealer. And I don't put any on my face anymore, but I do like to just go under my eyes, just kind of in the corners as well, and around my nose. And that is it. And if you have any blemishes or anything, scars, whatever you want to cover, go for it. This is the part that is kind of important. I just go in with this end of the sponge and blend that in, because a lot of people with dry skin have dry under eyes, and you do not want any creasing. So this helps kind of blend the product all in. Now at this point, this step is your choice, because there are two ways to go about this. So the first way, if you have extremely dry cheeks, I recommend using a cream blush. This one is just by Gosh. It is in the color Natural Touch. These are great. They go on really, really nicely on super dry skin. I like them, but personally I have the most pigmentation on my cheeks, the most scars. And I don't like to rub in anything on my cheeks. I would rather pat something on. So I skip the cream blush first off, and I go into powder. And I don't wear a lot of powder, but I do wear a little bit, and I like to just make sure my makeup is going to stay in place. So I will show you what I use and how I actually apply powder. So I do still use my MAC Studio Fix powder. Yes, I got a new one after breaking it, but I love this powder. I went to MAC and I talked to the girls about how dry my skin were, and this one in particular was on Accutane about 6 months prior, and she said she used just a little sponge like this. I wash these, I do, trust me, this is just a little bit dirty. I do not like the amount of bacteria that goes into these, so I do wash them. I find that these sponges, if you wash them too much, will break, so I'm just careful not to wash them all the time, every third use I'd say. So the girl told me that by going into your powder and just kind of lightly pressing it in, dabbing some off, and just pressing onto your face, on the areas either that you want more coverage or just to make sure that it'll last long, and just press it all onto your face. Okay, so this is the foundation done, and I really, really enjoy the way it looks, and I find that the blush that I'm using is very soft and natural, and it also just kind of ties together the look. So it is a brand called Essence that I've talked about in many, many videos, and it is in the color Natural Beauty, and this is a powder blush, so I do apply it very lightly. So just gently tapping that in there, I just place that on my cheeks in a tapping motion so I don't disturb the flakes or any of the irritation or anything that I've talked about before. So after that, taking this blush by Hard Candy, and I actually use this as a highlighter because it's really shiny, and this is in the color Honeymoon. Did I just say shiny? I meant shimmery. So it just looks like that, and I take it on an eyeshadow brush and I just put it on the places I like to highlight. So I don't put a lot on, just on top of my cheekbones and down my nose, and I find that this is a really nice natural look. And just to set it all off, I like to take this e.l.f. setting spray for makeup setting spray, and just spray that all over my face. And that'll kind of just restore a little bit of moisture, and if you choose to, you can also spray that on your face throughout the day. Smells weird though. Really weird. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video, and I hope you enjoyed and you found this helpful. And if you do have acne or dry skin, I really think this will help you. And if you do have oily skin, I will actually link a couple of routines around here, combo skin, whatever you want to say, just around here, and you can check those out. So have an awesome day, guys. My links are all down below, and if you haven't subscribed already, I hope you do. Have a nice day. Bye. Say hi, Cody.
Hi.
Hi, Cody.
Hi, Cody.
Oh. film a video